Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of day it is. Thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Dr. Don. For your first-time viewers, Conversations with Dr. Don is an ongoing series of one-hour standalone talk shows where I interview interesting people like you out there about who they are and whatever it is we want to talk about. There's not going to be a lot of talking because there's going to be music tonight for a change, and you're going to have a good time, I'm pretty sure. Of course, my guests this evening are Yvonne Payne, to my right.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you very much for inviting us.
I'm a little nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm always nervous when I start with a new guest.
Okay.
And Clifford McAfee.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, great.
How
Blessed.
are you feeling?
I'm feeling good
Blessed? How come you're blessed?
because I'm here.
Gonna be a good show, I can tell right now.
President accounted for it. It's nice to be seen.
You
Yes,
got
what they say is rather than viewed.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of show. So as you know, we're gonna do the first half of the show, about half or so, maybe 20 minutes or so, about who my guests are personally, so you get an idea where they're coming from before we go into the new music segment, which is largely the second half of the show. And we're gonna have my keyboardist here, Yvonne, and the vocalist, the singer, Clifford. And I haven't heard much of what they're going to be doing in the second half, but I'm looking forward to it right now. Just for the sampling I heard before we started the cameras rolling. So you ready?
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Yes.
Who shall I start first? Who shall I interrogate first?
Ladies before gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
But,
And I want to warn you, I ask a trick question now and then just to keep things straight. And I can ask it right away or so I'll just surprise you, okay? And when and where were you born? You don't have to say the when if you don't want to.
I was actually born in Tacoma, Washington, so I'm a native Washingtonian.
Native?
Yes.
Yeah. Why were you born?
When?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, that's my trick question. That's tricky.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, music was my gift, is from God. And so that's my purpose in life.
And it's working.
It is. I
Wonderful.
massage your mind and warm your heart with music.
I'm ready. Do me. Is there anything significant about your cultural or racial heritage that's worth mentioning to the viewers? I may ask you a question that isn't useful. I made a mistake. Just ignore me. Anything significant about your cultural heritage or not? For me, I'm all kind of red, white, and black in my mixture. That's why I look this way. So there's something significant about how I look.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay, well, my family, my dad was from Louisiana and my mom was from Texas. So
That's two cultural differences.
Yes, but so I was raised as an only child and was definitely not spare the rod.
Not to spare them. I got that. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you a religious preference? Do you have a religious preference nowadays?
Yes, I'm a Christian. Yes.
Christian.
And
Have you always been a Christian?
yes, I was raised
Okay.
in a Christian home. Yes.
But you're not going to hell, are you?
I don't plan on it.
How about your formal education?
I grew up in Longview, Washington, and attended Lower Columbia College there, and transferred to the University of Washington in Seattle, and pursued other areas of a career. I didn't continue with my music at that time, and then moved to Oregon, Portland, and then in 74 or 75 moved to Vancouver, Washington, which is where I'm a resident.
Have you had any other education other than your formal education?
I was in management with I was a district sales manager for Avon Products for 13 years. So I managed and developed representatives and trained them.
You're still working?
I am now, yes. My music is all my work. My work is all play.
Oh, cool. Oh, boy. My work is all play. You like that?
I love it.
And I do still work. I work at a high school. I'm the piano accompanist for 4 choirs in Vancouver at the Skyview High School. and Alki Middle School, 7th, 8th grade choir.
How long you been with them?
This is my 7th year.
7th year. They like you?
I'm still there, so I think so.
Do you have a partner, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, one of those? Which one? You got to be ambiguous. I mean, not ambiguous. You know, fair.
I have been widowed for 18 years,
18
but I do
years.
have a friend, a gentleman friend who lives here in Portland.
So you're not available out there? Huh?
I'm not available.
Okay.
No, I'm taken.
Yeah. Can you say his name, or do
His
you want to
name
not?
is Vern.
Do you like him?
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
tell him what you think about him. Look at camera 3 and tell Vern what you think of him.
Well, he's a wonderful Christian man, very romantic, and I really enjoy spending time with him. And we seem to do well together.
I can see it in your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. Children.
I have 3 daughters, and I have 4 grandchildren. A 16-year-old grandson and a 14-year-old granddaughter, a 9-year-old grandson, and an 8-year-old grandson.
Oh, you got them all down, huh?
All done.
I'm so
Finished.
old, I forget. I lost count a long time ago. I got so many. I'm older than you.
A couple of years.
You have a political persuasion? Are you left, right, or center, or what, generally speaking?
I like to view, I'm a Libra, so I like to look at both sides of the spectrum.
Okay.
And, but I'm definitely, I'm for people, for what works for them, and that's what I prefer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Individuals.
Do you have any memberships in social or civic organizations that are worth mentioning? Or professional organizations, any of those?
I do. There is a local group that I belong to in Vancouver, Washington. It's called By Vancouver, USA.
By
And
Vancouver,
By
USA.
Vancouver, USA. It's a support group for businesses, independent businesses that live in the Clark County area. And I have been affiliated with the Vancouver Chamber of Commerce for several years. Other than that, that's where I am
Okay.
so far.
Any persons from the past or alive today that you particularly admire or look up to? Any names come to mind?
For music, I think Stevie Wonder is just a phenomenal person.
There's no question about that.
And growing up, Liberace was very,
Marvelous
kind of
entertainer, yeah.
yes, a wonderful entertainer, yes.
Okay. Okay, shall we switch over here to Clifford?
Sure.
Shall we grill you next?
Yes. Yes, you can.
If I were to ask your best friend, who is Clifford? What would your best friend say? Be the first person. Be that person. Clifford is what?
Oh, Clifford is real, down to earth.
Okay.
Yeah. Humorous. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And when and where were you born?
Vanport, Oregon.
Oh, local folk again,
Yeah,
huh?
yes.
Yeah. Anything significant about your cultural or racial heritage that's worth mentioning?
Oh, I'm just proud of being African American, and I just like being black, and I like all people. Don't get me wrong.
Of course. Yeah.
We have so many beautiful shades of color in our race,
don't
and
we?
yeah,
Don't we?
yes, we do, and
Yeah.
doing some good things.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a religious preference nowadays?
Well, I'm Christian. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. Always been a Christian. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Always been. Were you something else earlier on, or always
No,
a Christian? all
Always
your
a
life?
Christian. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a recovering Catholic.
Oh, okay then. I went to, matter of fact, when I was my kindergarten year, elementary school, and in first grade, I went to Holy Rosary in Portland. And this kept with me for a long time. Until I got about until I got about 30 years old, and then I stopped doing it. It stuck with me. But the nuns over there drilled it in me, and the fathers, they drilled it in me. They'll keep you on your toes, yeah. Yeah, so.
How about your formal education? What was that like?
Well, high school, I went a couple of years of college, different colleges, and that's about it. I went to getting to my employment, if you want to go into that. I worked 30 years with the state of Washington Employment Security Department for 30 years.
Employment security, what was that about?
That's about, like, say if you're unemployed.
Okay.
And you want to draw your unemployment insurance benefits, you can go to the division unemployment insurance, and they'll see if you're eligible for unemployment insurance benefits. But if you just come into the building, we have two divisions. We have employment security, ES also, and that's where I worked at, employment security, the placement division, job placement. So I pre-screen unemployed people to, refer them out on possible job interviews.
Must have been interesting.
It was. I met a lot of interesting people in 30 years. Yes, I did.
30 years?
30 years, yeah.
Did you ever get bored with it?
No, never.
Because you're always getting new and interesting people?
Oh, yes. Yeah, just new. I mean, at the latter part of my career, we were getting a lot of people. It was global. People coming from all over the country, all over the world,
Yeah.
Russians, you interview, Asians, Hispanics. It was just melting pot, So yeah, so it was very interesting. Met some really nice people. Met some that wasn't too nice, but majority of the people that I met were nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And do you have a partner, a boyfriend, a girlfriend,
I have a wife.
Husband, right? I gotta keep it broad. Cover all bases,
that's right. These days, 2014. Yes,
Thank you.
I understand that. Yeah, I have a wife, a lovely wife. Yeah.
For how long?
Well, we've been knowing each other ever since we've been 7 years old. We went to grade school and high school, and then she went off to Mills College, and I went up to Seattle, Washington, worked for Boeing's for a year and a half. Then I went over to the Employment Security Department. Yeah. So we've been knowing each other all our lives, but we split up for 40 years, came back to what we call the gathering here. It's a reunion for people that raised and grew up in Portland. And we just had our 29th reunion this past August, yes. So we reunited. Me and her got reacquainted after 40 years and started dating for about 3 years, and then we got married around about 7 years ago. Went over to Negril, Jamaica, and got married, and over at Sandals Resort, and we had a great time. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds good to me.
Oh yeah, it was nice over there. Yeah.
And you're gonna tell us something about camera 3?
You want me to tell my wife something?
Yeah, tell her something.
I know where you're at right now. But I just want to let you know this. I just want to let you know that I love you very much, and I hope we have many more beautiful, blessed years together. I'll be singing these songs for you tonight, honey.
All right.
Her name is Judy McAfee, yes.
Oh, baby.
Lovely lady.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Classic.
I hope she's as smooth as you are.
Oh, yeah. She's smoother. That's why she got me.
I don't know where we're going with that. Do you have any children?
One child, two grandkids. Yeah.
And are they going to watch this?
Well, they're up in Seattle. They don't know about it. I don't think they'll probably watch it eventually, Yeah, so, yeah.
And your political persuasion on your politics, left, right, or center, or what?
Well, I'm
you're a Tea Partier.
Well, I would say I'm liberal, but I can be moderate also. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a people person. I say it like this.
Yeah.
I'm for poor people and working class people.
You betcha.
Yeah,
You betcha.
I'm not a 1%er. That's for sure.
Well, I thought you looked pretty rich to me.
Well, we know what James Brown said. You keep yourself up and dress like it. If you don't have any money in your pockets, it'll bring you some money, maybe. If you look like money.
Yeah. Memberships in political, social, or civic organizations. Do you have any kind of memberships worth mentioning?
No, not really. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm retired. I've been retired since 1998. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just been doing my music on and off, and I lost my voice when I was like 55 years old. I almost lost my speaking voice. So it took me around about 10 years to get my voice back. So I'm kind of retraining my voice right now, so in the process of it.
What happened? Can you say?
Yeah, I can say I just was on legal medication, and I was just well, I won't blame it on that. I just sung out of key, trying to hit a note in my natural key. If you know about singing, instead of going up to my falsetto, I tried to reach it with my natural voice and just kind of probably the doctor said it was probably I broke 2 or 3 maybe small blood vessels. Yeah. So. Yeah, so I, like I said, I almost lost my speaking voice too. So I'm blessed. Wow. God looked after me.
So you don't reach beyond where you can go anymore.
Yeah, it took. You're right. I lost about 1.5 steps, you know, going up, you know, but it took about 10 years to, you know, recover from that, you know. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Medical adventures.
Yeah.
So some of the benefits of putting on some years. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old enough where we could spend the next 2 hours talking about my physical ailments, but let's not go there.
Well, you look good, I'll tell you that much. You look real good.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You look in shape and everything. I wish I could give you like maybe 20, 30 pounds of me.
No, give it to you, Vaughn.
No, that's fine.
I got another brag to tell you about, while we're talking about that. I go to the VA every year for an annual checkup on my cataract surgery. Cataracts were taken about 10 years ago. And I was in Friday on my annual, and the doctor was sitting there after the technicians got through with me, and he looked through the machinery and he looked at me and he says, "How old are you?" I said, "I was born in 1928. He said, "No way." So we got in the big fight. He says, "I've seen people 40 years old whose eyes don't look as good as you." Never mind. So, man, I've been glowing ever since then.
Hey, listen.
That's all right.
You look like you see pretty good now.
Yeah. Oh, it's just really medical science anymore.
Oh, hey.
Just,
It's amazing. I mean, you know, I believe that I'm on quite a bit. I'm on medication also, and I think that you know, back in the day, in the say 1928, let's go, or 1945 when I was born.
Sure.
You know, they didn't have the medicine like they have today. So, you know,
incredible.
some of this good medicine is, you know, keeping people alive longer, living longer, having longer lifespan. Yeah.
Yeah. Persons from the past are alive today. Any names come to mind? Any men or women? Anybody that you look up to?
Who I admire and respect in the music business, singers, vocalists.
Whatever.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
human beings, and you admire them, look at them. Don't matter if they play music or not.
Well, I had a friend I had several friends, but I can just name some: Chester Northington, Jerome Tanner. They were some of my close friends, you know, and one has passed, one is still living, but as far as getting into, well, you know, I have to mention Dr. Martin Luther King, you know.
You betcha.
You know, I had to mention him and some other, Obama, you know, and his family. But as far as music now, I can go way back with you, you know. Like I told you before, that I'm from I like the music of the golden years.
Okay.
You know, I'll say like the 50s. And I really like Nat King Cole.
Of course.
Johnny Mathis, you know.
Chances
yeah.
are.
Today I like all the Temptations, you know, the original Temptations, you know. And also Jeffrey Osborne. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's a dynamic singer, yeah. I can, you know, you mentioned Billy Eckstine, all of them, Tony Bennett, so many I could name to you, you know, I say, Will Downing, you know, Luther Vandross, you know, just all of them. They just amaze me.
Stop talking, because my memory is going back and I can't keep on with my show. Kind of remembering.
You know, can I tell you a little short story?
Please.
My mother was when you remember what they call soul cook around the northeast and north area in the 40s and 50s and the early 60s. So she cooked at all these clubs and everything, you know, nightclubs and restaurants and everything. And there's a lot of live entertainment in the 40s and 50s.
Sure.
Up on Williams Avenue. You know where Williams Avenue is?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there were a lot of businesses there. Black-owned businesses, restaurants, barbershops, beauty parlors, cleaners, you know, all kind of stuff. And she worked at one nightclub, and she met Satchmo in the band. And she was the cook there, and she could cook real good. So she was cooking, and
Louis Armstrong.
She befriended Louis Armstrong, and she invited them over for dinner. I wasn't born at the time. This was the story, and she said, "Well, what kind of food can I cook you and the band?" and he said, I thought he was going to say some soul food, but he said, I like spaghetti and meatballs. So they came over and ate spaghetti and meatballs. I just wish I had been alive to meet him. Yeah, him and the band. Yeah.
Nice story.
Yeah, you know, because Louis, I think Satchmo lived in New York for a long time in the Italian area, you know what I'm saying? So I guess he got hooked on them spaghetti and meatballs at the time.
I'm hooked on it myself right now.
Yeah, I love it too. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a kind of a little early break a little bit so we have more time for the music. And can we take a break, Mr. E? Yeah. The mics are... Okay, thank you for staying tuned. For those of you who missed the opening of the show, Conversations with Dr. Don is an ongoing series of 1-hour standalone talk shows where I interview interesting people like most of you out there about who they are as unique, one-of-a-kind individuals. And whatever it is that we've decided to talk about tonight, we're not going to do as much talking as we usually do because we've got excellent musicians and lovely human beings too. So we've talked a little in the first half. We're going to have music for the most part in the second half. And Yvonne, who is a keyboardist and pianist and all that kind of stuff, she's going to do a couple of classical things from what she does on a regular basis. And then we will have Clifford come up and do the kind of stuff that I grew up with. All right? Ready? Yvonne, you ready? It's your time.
Most of my business is playing for weddings, and I've been doing weddings for about 30 years. And the piece that I'm going to play is called Canon in D, Pachelbel's Canon in D, and this is probably the most and popular song that most brides would like to have played at their weddings, either for them to come down the aisle or for the bridal party. Next one is Jesu, Joy, A Man's Desire by J.S. Bach.
J.S. Bach. We didn't give her a mic when she's up there, so you'll probably have to do most of the talking when you go. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, shall we move on and have Clifford come up? And we didn't put a mic on you while you're sitting up there, so we'll have Clifford do most of the talking about what he's going to be doing when you two are up there together. And I heard earlier on a little bit of what he's going to do, and I just can't wait to see what's going to go on now.
Don,
Yes?
testing. I don't think this is on right now.
Yes, it's on.
Is it on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she would like to tell the folks out there what was the numbers that you played. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the first one I played was a Canon in D by Pachelbel, and the second one was Jesu, Joy, A Man's Desire by J.S. Bach.
Right now, I would like to do, my name is Clifford McAfee, and I do standards, and I do some ballads, and I do some white-collar blues, you know. And so the first song I'm going to do is by Nat King Cole, entitled, well, his version of Love. All righty. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Yes, love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Yes, love was made for me and you. Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B
very extraordinary. Is even more than anyone that you adore. Yes, love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Yes, love was made for me and you. Yes, love was meant for me and you. One more time now. Yes, love was made for me and you. Yeah.
Blowing me away. That was really lovely, man.
I love it.
Yes, taking me back. Yeah, what's you gonna do next?
Too young. Okay. This is Too Young, and I'm doing the Nat King Cole version of Too Young.
That sounds good to me.
Like that?
I betcha.
Okay. We're doing the golden years. Okay.
They try to tell us we're too young. Too young. I think that's pretty high. Let's change keys on that. Okay. Don't want to blow that voice out now. Don't want to blow it out. All right. Okay. Now we did that in. They try to tell us we're too young. Too young to really be in love. They say that love's a word we only heard and can't begin to know the meaning of. And yet we're not too young to know this love will last though years may go. And then someday they shall recall we were not too young at all. try to tell us we're too young to really be in love. They say that love's a word we only heard and can't begin to know the meaning of. And yet we're not too young to know this love will last though years may go. And then someday they shall recall we were not too young at all.
Okay, all right. Now what are you going to do for us? You're going to change the mood a little bit?
I can do if you want me to do something a cappella. He was talking about he wanted to hear blues or something. So I might can do fever if you want to play that bass line or whether it's an F or you want me. I can just do it a cappella. Do it all.
You can do it all.
You just hit that F chord and I'm going to go and do it. Well, I can just do it. I know it's
You think you're Peggy Lee, eh?
Little Willie John version.
Little Willie John's version.
Hey, never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Listen to me, baby, hear every word I say. No one can love you the way I do, 'cause they don't know how to love you my way. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Listen to me, baby, hear every word I say. No one can love you the way I do, 'cause they don't know how to love you my way. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Bless my soul, I love you. Take this heart away. Take these arms I never use. Just believe in what my lips have to say. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. My eyes light up when you call my name, 'cause I know you're gonna treat me right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. That was a version by Little Willie John. That came out around about 1956.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you did that one good.
Thank you very much.
What else you got first?
I don't know, do they-
Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. We're gonna go about 5 minutes over, Mr. Control Room, so we can do some editing in the final version. Okay?
Okay, all right. Well, this is kind of one of my favorite that I love. It's called Misty, Johnny Mathis.
Ah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was really beautiful. Yeah.
That's where my friend worked.
Yeah. So what are they gonna do next? You gonna do another solo by yourself, or you gonna make him sing one?
Let's see.
You better do that. I'm gonna stand up and sing myself.
Oh,
No, no.
Yeah.
all right. We can do My One and Only Love.
Well, you do a little editing.
You gonna do some of the old blues you're talking about?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Next time.
Next time, all right. Okay, what else you got for us?
Well, I'd love to do.
We got about 10, 12 minutes more of your playing. You got, yeah, I got a lot of time.
Okay, this is kind of a fun one to play. It's called the One Note Samba.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I love the jazz standards. So that's kind of what I grew up on. So that's kind of where I am too.
right. Yeah. So you got something else for us?
Let's see. Yes, I can do another favorite that's played at weddings. It's called Endless Love.
Love. Mellow, mellow, yeah, yeah. I love it, I love it. Well, we have a little more time if you're going to sing that one you wasn't sure you were going to sing.
You're going to do a lot of editing on this.
It's up to you, Clifford. Yeah.
I just got to do my one and only love.
Oh.
That was,
Okay.
yes. We just did it. Find me to the moon. I don't know what
Well, you can do another one that you like to do that's mellow, that we enjoy, Yvonne.
Yeah, we can do the Days of Wine. What key we have that in? Okay.
Days of Wine and Roses, is that one?
Yeah.
Days of Wine and Roses.
We like to do the Days of Wine and Roses right now.
The days of wine and roses, laugh and run away like a child at play, and through the meadowland towards a closing door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. The lonely night discloses just a passing breeze filled with memories of the golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you. The days wine and roses, laugh and run away like a child at play, and through the meadowland towards a closing door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. The lonely night is closest, just a passing breeze filled with memories of the golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses, and you.
For that, we got time for one more, just for you.
Fly me to the moon. Fly me to the moon. What do you do that in there? I don't want to get too high.
We know.
You're good. I think you're good at this one, I hope.
I hope so, because I've been singing out of my key. What do you have that? What is that in?
Fly me to the moon where I can play among the stars. Let me see what spring is on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song so I can sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon where I can play among the stars. Let me see what spring is on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song so I can sing forevermore. You were all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
All right, I think we have put another one under the belt. We better start signing off now, getting ready for PSAs and that sort of a thing before they shut down the doors and have us locked in here. Mr. Director, shall we start winding down? Thanks for watching and listening. And I want to tell you about the watching my shows on the web. Google Don Baham YouTube, and you can see a whole bunch of shows through the years. I have music and talking and politicians and who knows who else. And I got to remind you of KFC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Dr. Don's KFC. Kind, friendly, and charitable.
Oh, I love that.
To you too, especially you, Mike and Barbara. Thank you again for watching. We appreciate you.